half the laps coming today? Like, could you see, like, be that dominant?
Yeah, so I'm fun. It's fun. No one's going to kind of know this stat but me, but there have been a handful, maybe now 6. It's not many, in 6 and a quarter years now that I've been with the 11 where I just had that feeling. Like, and I've had them some early in the week, like the prep leading into a Kansas race or something, let's say, some are really strong, where the numbers were coming together good and you get off the truck and it just felt right. Like, I was really happy with how everything was going. Well, my role is certainly different now, but I'm still pretty plugged into what all the teams do setup-wise and maybe influence in some way or another. And I liked their process. I liked what they came up with. And when I watched practice down here in turn 1 and 2, I know the look the 11 needs, and I know some of the things they worked on since the last time we were there, and it had it. And our meeting afterwards with all the drivers, I could kind of tell it was there. And then this morning, or right before he got off the grid, I leaned in the window and I told him, I said, that feeling I've told you about, because I tell him at the Monday after every one, and I said, I got it today. It's you. It's you. And I told all of them. I said, the 11's winning today. And he says, your batting average for that's like 10%. I said, bull crap. It's way better than that. And when I hugged him out there a minute ago, he said, you're right. It's way better than that. I just knew. I mean, they'd had the right look, had the right feel. And I'm proud to say that for right now, I know Denny Hamlin and the team dynamic of the 11 and the setup sheets and all that stuff. I know them enough that all the pieces were there today.
Are you guys
What
still
is-
on 54?
Yeah, sure. I don't think you can argue that. I mean, he won the back half of last week's practice. He was, and what I mean by that is 15, 20, 25 lap averages. He's really strong. Had good runs last week in the race. Good qualifying effort. And similar today, the back half of practice was the strongest on the sheets. Qualified good. That darn draw is killing him. Finally going to get a little bit better draw next week by running where he did. And, obviously had some really good runs. Top 5 in stage 2 there, scored stage points, persevered from a spin from way back up into contention. So, yeah, I mean, and the part that I'm most proud about where the 54 is concerned is it's a tremendous amount of adversity. But I always say champions aren't made on their best days, they're made on their worst. And Ty Gibbs and the 54 group's going through a real rough stretch last 14 races or so, but they're starting to pull out of it. And Ty Gibbs is learning a lot about adversity and how to handle it and see it out to the end of these races and take opportunities when they'll come to you rather than not be there for them. So yeah, absolutely. And it's going to make victory so much sweeter for that group. No different than Gale and the 11 was today. It's all the tough times and how hard this sport is on every minute of every day that makes the wins so sweet, and the 54's opportunity for that's right around the corner.
Why do you think what allows him to just focus like that? Do you have any idea what makes him different?
And I think you guys don't see behind the scenes Denny like I do and have, and was a part in helping kind of rejuvenate and refocus. But he's a dog with a bone, man. I mean, like all these guys that are at the front of this garage every week. They're intense. They want to win, and Denny Hamlin's willing to kind of do whatever it takes to win in terms of evolving. I mean, he's been in the sport for 20 years, and how many generations of cars and tires and aero packages, and there's so much to have to evolve in. And man, he's nothing like the guy when I found 6.5 years ago, and I was a small part in helping him evolve, sure, but it's evolve or die. Denny and I used to say that to each other a long time, evolve or die, and he's clearly done it as well as anybody.
Is JGR competition director win number 4 different than 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, this was my guys, man. I mean, I am over time trying to figure out how to help put a fingerprint on the other 3 teams and on the organization as a whole. That's why I was put in this role. But man, I spent 6 years embedded in that 11, building the culture of that 11, and so many of those team members are family to me. I've asked them to sacrifice so much for so many years. So absolutely, this one feels a lot different. The Martinsville clock that eluded the 11 for so many years is finally back with Denny and the 11 team, and yeah, this is a big one for me. I mean, I'm proud of all of them, but this one is a big one for me personally.
Not only did Denny also break his, Martinsville drought, but this is the first time he led over 200 laps in a win since 2010. Just seeing how much the team dominated, make it even sweeter than just, simply breaking the drought.
Yeah, for sure. I was just telling the media guys before you that, it had that look to it. The setup stuff that they had come up with and kind of chipped away on over a lot of good cars over the years, and a couple key things in it. Then the look of the car in practice. Denny's swagger, I just know him really well. I know the situation really well, the 11 car still. So I told several of them this morning that I thought it was the 11 winning today. And, it was awesome to see them dominate for sure. That's definitely what they're capable of.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay rewarded.
What's up? Michael Massey here, frontstretch.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.